Welcome back to the Beyond Worldz Dungeon Book Club.
I thought it was going to be a
Big
dungeon.
book
I was going places with my mind straight there. Bow chicka wow wow. Welcome back.
The AI is not getting any pictures of our feet.
Oh yeah, you know, if they're going to give me lots and lots of money, then they can have all the pictures they want.
I mean, we can talk when I come to visit. You know, we can set something up. You know, it'd be a trust fund for Bowie eventually.
With the little hint.
Face will never be in it.
Hint there. I am Beyond Joe.
And I'm Steve.
And today, can you guess, we're discussing Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah.
This time we've already done a whole episode on book one, so we'll touch on it a bit.
Yeah.
A little like previously on Dungeon Crawler Carl, book one, sort of thing. But mostly it'll be book 2, 3, and 4, which is we just said all three of the names of them. Carl's Doomsday Scenario.
Yeah.
You've got the
Dungeon
Anarchist
Anarchist Cookbook.
And the Gate of the Feral Gods. Yeah, all three are pretty cool.
They're very cool.
Yeah, very good. Loved all of them. So, yeah, book one. Carl, our guy, is, thrust into this dungeon. Crazy aliens have taken over and just flattened the world. And he's in there with his kitty cat, and she becomes sentient. Shenanigans ensue. Obviously, there's lots of books, so he gets through the first floor, gets through the second floor, and book 2 brings us to the third floor, where they get to pick a class now.
Yeah.
Right? That was that one, which is cool. And I can't remember exactly what Carl's class is, but
he's a primal.
And that's his race. They got to pick a race and a class, right? Donut stays as a cat, of course, because it would be sacrilege and to consider anything else. And she becomes a former child actor, is her class, which is pretty sweet because she then gets to pick new classes every floor. And then in the next book, there's some extra cool benefits that you find out from it, which I'll say later on. And Carl, obviously, in the first book, he's picked up of quite a lot of explosives, and he likes making things go boom. And, as the name of the book implies, Carl's Doomsday Scenario, it's probably something going to go boom later on. He picked something explosives related, but I can't remember what it is because now his new class is in my head. Because later on, you get to pick a new class. Like, expand your class, not a new one. I know it's something to do with things going boom.
Compensated Anarchist.
There we go. Which is a cool class.
It's a cool class.
And this was it this book as well that they introduced the top 10?
Top 10, they introduce Mordecai gets roped into the party unwillingly.
Yeah.
Because of the child actor pack of having a manager.
Yes. So he's no longer a guide, and he is tied to Donut until whatever happens.
Yeah.
This is spoilers to the next one, but it's nice that he retains that thing where he's still, as long as once they get to the fourth floor, he's still out.
Yes.
Because that was the end. He just has to get there still, which is sweet. And obviously they get to the next floor because there's 8 books. So it's going to be one of those discussions. I really like this one. I like the whole start of it where they think, oh yeah, they've done good towards the end of the book, and it's just like, oh wait, Carl's paralyzed. There's murder monkeys, and crazy circus.
Yeah,
that was cool.
And it opens up because previously the dungeons felt quite constrained, and this felt big. And they talk about how much bigger it is as well.
Floor 1 and 2 seemed like one floor.
Yeah.
Different theme, but it felt like there was a layout, and it was like, I don't know, I always felt like I was in a labyrinth in both those floors, but this is an open world one. They're in a town which is in every. I'm pretty sure they said it's in every crawl. They do
Yeah.
this. There's a towns on the 3rd, 6th, and 9th floor, and it's a big thing in Dungeon Crawler World. Carl sort of bumps into once they're exploring the circus, they bump into Signet as well, so which is a character that recurs, which is like you find out that the television like programs run inside the crawl program
Yeah.
itself. So other like studios can and send in their little minions to play act and fuck with the crawlers and have extra little side stories and shit go on at the same time.
They
That was
they
cool.
really expand the world, don't they? Like this is their
Yeah, big
opportunity
time.
to, and it, not that I ever doubted Dungeon Crawler Carl and Matt Dinniman, but this it proved itself. Do you know what I mean? It was like, yeah,
Yeah,
though it
100%.
has legs. It's not just going to be, a labyrinth after labyrinth after labyrinth. We're not going down into a dungeon.
Yeah.
We're not going up into one. It's not Aincrad. Do you know what I mean? It's not Delicious in Dungeon. This
Yeah.
is something new
No,
and crazy, and it doesn't make sense.
This is Dungeon Crawler World. This is Dungeon Crawler World, baby.
When you think about it, the fact that this is all going down the planet, like we're still on the Earth, right? It's all been crushed down. Oh, maybe you've got further than me. But
it is that sort of that. Apart from when they like get teleported out places and things like that.
It's I like that concept that it's still all happening.
But yeah, no, it is, isn't it? Because there's a couple of one of the interviews they do. I'm pretty sure it might be in book 3, but whatever. They're on the bottom of the ocean,
yeah,
and they're still in like the sphere of influence or something like that.
Oh man, is that at the end of book 3 or at the end of book 4?
I'm pretty sure that might be book 3.
Okay.
It might be wrong, but whatever. It's in one of the books we're talking about.
Oh,
we're not like talking about them in depth.
Yeah, it's book 3. Yeah.
It's a minor thing anyway. Yeah. It's not. It was just like, yeah, they are still on Earth. It's all been repurposed and made. I guess maybe they're making it over the years as well since they got there.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't happen instantly because they have been there for a while, right?
This as well is when I start to get like One Piece vibes. This book, because it was like they started to expand on what we know already. So the world felt very small to begin with, and then like even the universe around and like the aliens and things like this, and it really starts to creep out. We start getting hints at some of the characters from the last book and their powers and things like this. And to me, it was that this is going to be a big story, and I need to start paying attention to the little details.
Yeah, there is a lot of that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see why you would compare it to One Piece. I wouldn't necessarily, but I can see why.
Just
yeah,
in the seeding,
but that overall, not looking for that overarching story.
Not about pirates, but in a massive, huge. I could see this going on for 30 books, and me still being like interested at book 30. That's it.
I'll get you reading some more of the Cosmere.
Yeah. But that's what I mean.
That one, you're looking out for like words, and it's like, oh my god, what? It's so weird. It's such a weird series. Yeah, back to Dungeons. Yeah, this one, number 2. I mean, I wouldn't say was my favorite of these ones, but it carried on all the like amping up of number 1. It doesn't slow down, which is great.
It ends on such a crazy note as well, in the sense that they survive. They don't win necessarily. They don't make it. They survive by the skin of their teeth. They're so lucky.
They thought they were out. They were cuddling, right? And it was, oh, love you, donut. But somehow it worked. Like, that was just dumb luck.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. And I guess some of the early flaws, it is a lot of dumb luck. It's not because they have no fucking clue what they're doing. Like, they do start pointing out later in the book, like, oh, you making this up. Stop it.
They do seem to rely quite heavily on Mordecai in this book as well. So they're the manager and their guide. slash died.
Yeah.
And I find what's really interesting about that is we're going to see soon that's taken away. So I like that's he's in there so much, and he's a drunkard, and they're desperate to try and get his help and stuff, and they can't get it.
And getting Katia as
Yeah,
well.
they get a new.
It's quite cool into the party.
Is she at the party by the end of the floor? She is, isn't she?
Yeah. After the circus, is when she joins,
and she's from Helker's group.
Yeah, she gets
what's the name
left behind, but Brynhild's daughters.
Oh, that's it.
Brynhild's daughters, or something like that. Someone's daughters. Pretty sure it's Brynhild. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, very.
It's cool.
Book.
They adopt her real sweetly as well, and she's a shy little one. But she gets cute.
Oh,
especially in book 3. She
well, I didn't like her to begin with because not her as a character or anything like that. But I was like, don't mess up.
Wasn't sure if she'd be hanging.
Yeah,
around.
I was like, this is Donut and this is Carl's story. Like, I don't need anyone else. And that's kind of was my view a lot towards the end of this book, was that I wanted it to maintain to be about Carl and Donut, which is when we get to the next book, that view changed because I suddenly started to really appreciate the cast, the whole cast.
Yeah. It's because, I mean, as book 2 does sort of start Carl with the whole, you will not break me, I will break you sort of thing as well. More like the fuck you to everything. And it starts even then it starts taking on some darker notes. He takes a lot more notice of the death toll and stuff, and how many of them are left and how quickly they're all dying, and it grounds you almost immediately from all of the the wackiness and the craziness going on. It's like, oh shit, there was 10 million people came in, now there's 2. It's floor 3 or floor 4. What the fuck? Damn. Oh no, it was under 1 million at that point, wasn't it? When they got into the tangle.
I think still in the hundreds of thousands, but and highs. Not. It wasn't 1 million anymore, I don't think. When they got to book
3 floors. Yeah, I mean, I know 10 million out of however many billion is even worse, but still, it's still insane loss of life.
Incredible.
But the Iron Tangle, but floor 4,
book 3
was book 3, floor 4 was a bit nuts.
Yeah, the anarchist cookbook.
If you combine it, they combined every train, subway, underground, metro, whatever train system your country has. I mean, I know there's only people in England watching this, but whatever train system it is, they smushed them all together and then cubed it and then did something with another dimension.
Made it into an infinity loop, a Mobius strip.
Yeah, it was. Thinking about the first time I read through that one, this one hurt my head.
Well, I think I remember speaking about this, and this is one of the few books, one of the only book actually that I've read so far in the series that has a disclaimer at the start, and the disclaimer just says, "Do not try and make sense of the map. Don't do it. That's not what this is about. Just go for the ride." And you're like, "I tried."
So the problem though as well is because it says don't think about it, and then tells you all the details, all these things. I'm like, what? There's so many words here. Well, they're all in my head now, so I got to try and figure it out. Not where it's all going or anything. It just I got to make sense of it somehow, and otherwise it's just it didn't. Yeah. This time reading through it, I did that. I switched off of that part, and it was much better. So disclaimer works. Don't do it. This one. Yeah, it was just huge train lines, lots of trains going directions, backwards, forwards, upside down, left, right, whatever. They were on trains a lot.
I'm amazed at how much it kept me entertained though. Because to begin with, I was like, this is gonna get long. It's just trains, and
they're creative with it though.
Massively.
Like with the using his protective shield and stuff to just like just wipe a train.
When they learn
The
how to
whole
do that and use the
the whole
inertia.
Katia the whole Katia scoop idea at the end was insane as well. Like, what the fuck,
Dude, the knoll, the little hyena dude with the hand,
Yeah.
multi-murdering, just
What?
and because they're so off the back of that, the NPCs get a total new life in this. So there's the MILF.
Yeah.
I believe that's her name, so don't come at me. The
Brandy.
isn't she like known as some succubus MILF or something like that? It's actually in her title, I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Because the whole point of
I
Brandy
can't
is that
remember,
she
but
breeds
yeah,
coal babies and then they get taken away or something.
Yeah, the demons that they give birth to like 18 to 20,000 babies or something, and they're just constantly giving birth, and only like one of them will be
survive
alive.
Yeah.
The rest are just like bricks of coal. It's so weird. Yeah,
but the human one, Mandy or something like that. No, that's too like Brandy. But there's a human. There's the Knoll.
The HR lady.
Yeah, the HR lady, and the NPCs
sort of start figuring
it out.
Like you get the hints. Yeah,
Carl learns an unlock key, which is like I can't remember what he says. Something along the lines of like, remember something about your childhood or whatever, and they all have the same story, and it's like, oh no. Yeah, it gets really sad.
I feel like, and this book also, I mean, it gets worse because of Carl's mental state in this book as well. I think not like it's not bad. Well, I mean, it is bad, but getting the cookbook, the namesake of this book. So in like that secret prize,
where we lose Mordecai for 7 days.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, but I mean,
But so we'll find out why.
It's kind of justified.
So throughout this book, there's no Mordecai, and there is instead the new Mordecai, which is the anarchist cookbook. It's almost like one guide goes, another guide comes in. Clever.
Yeah. And this book has got it's as it says, it's a cookbook on its. It's like, but don't judge a book by its cover, sort of thing. It's actually something that's been handed down by crawlers throughout different dungeons. And Carl is the 25th recipient of the Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook, and it opens his mind, like, which in a kind of scary way. Carl's a scary person.
It leads to him. So it's the first time we will preface this everywhere with spoilers, but it is the first time that he kills someone outside of a dungeon. And I don't know how many times that does happen, but he finds a way to do a murder.
Yeah. That was that the tank? Or was that Feral Gods? I'm pretty sure that was Feral Gods.
Is it?
Yeah. I think
because at the end of Feral Gods, he ends up with getting in a lot of trouble for having all the stuff for basically creating the gate, and so it's all about the gate at the end. It's not about. So it's at the end of book 3.
He meets Oren because he meets Oren for the first time by.
It's underwater.
Yeah,
it's in the underwater.
Is the end of. Is the end
or
bit
near the underwater bit? Oh, is it?
I thought it was in.
It gets confusing between these two books, but because do they lose Zev in this book?
I think Zev might have already been gone.
Because if they lose Zev in this book, she's only gone for a book, isn't it?
Yeah, she's like in and out.
Cool.
They lose her. She comes back, and then they lose her again, and then Cole blows up her replacement, or he doesn't, but he does. I didn't think she got the kitty in the desert, right?
The kitty?
Yeah, because are you talking about the murdering his like new PR person? Yeah, because I don't think she because it was with like her cat
Oh
thingy, wasn't
yeah,
it?
she doesn't get that till book 3. So yeah,
Well, no, till book 4,
book 4.
till Feral Gods.
Yes, this is where the
Yeah,
books
but
start to meld together, and that's another good thing about these books. I think is that although they are defined by flaws, it is a
yeah,
very
they
much
do flow
continued
very,
story.
very well.
It's not like stop,
Yeah.
start, stop, start.
I mean, I think it might have started out on a Royal Road, and it would have then just been like chapters. So it would have. It is
Oh, you said
actually.
that.
It might be. I'm pretty sure. And it is just like chapters got released. So I don't know how early into that he compiled it into a proper set of novels. Maybe. Yeah, that might have only been for book 1, even. But
Well,
I imagine that if you continue that writing style, it continues over the books, right? So
my apologies
it fits.
for derailing that. It is at the end of book 4, but
Okay.
the cookbook is important, is what we're trying to say, and it
Yeah,
leads to it opens
big.
up the world massively.
Yeah. But he's got to keep it secret.
Yes,
Because
keep it safe,
is
keep it
a
secret.
super secret item. Like the AI doesn't actually know about it somehow.
Yeah,
Like they figured out a thing by using the AI system. They figured out a way to get around the AI, but whatever. That's a really cool item to kind of get as well. Yeah,
but because without Zev, all he's got is the cookbook and his relationship with the other crawlers. Without Zev, that Mordecai, and
Yeah.
it just that relationship just gets massive, and it's, like you said, his anger at everything that's happened. That's when he really starts to be like, I want to save everyone, with no one left behind, which makes this book so much like the task in the book so much harder than it has to be, because they could have killed loads of stuff, got off the floor,
gone through
easy.
Yeah,
but that wasn't his aim. He wanted to save everyone.
He's setting something up, and he needs he needs help for it. He realizes that you're not going to be able to do this alone. Best chance is everyone gets super strong, but everyone got to sort of stick together to a degree to do that. There is strength in numbers, especially if you're all crazy strong. There's even more strength in those numbers, right?
Yeah.
So, he realizes that the scale of this is getting insane, and holy shit, we might not be able to do it just us three. Even we might not always have Mordecai.
Yeah.
Even if we do have him, we might not be able to figure it out. We're going to need more help, which is good because again, it then sets you up to get bigger in this floor and later floors, which is what it needs. Both bigger and smaller, because obviously the death count is going up and the people alive count is going down quick.
Yeah, very quickly. I thought this book was really good. It's probably my least favorite of them all, and that's just because of the setting. But it's the least favorite doesn't mean it's bad. It's like an incredible book.
The others are awesome,
but it's like when the sound's so high.
Not everything can be diamond. Some things aren't.
Exactly. Something else that's interesting in this book, which I do think will feed on going forward, is Carl gets something called the Ring of Divine Suffering in this book. I want to just make sure that was this book. And he
from Frank
gets it from Frank. If you want to know who Frank is, listen to our first episode. We talk about Frank and his family in that. But yeah, so the Ring of Divine Suffering is pretty key, and it basically it's a player kill ring.
It's a PvP ring that allows you to steal stats if you kill the target, but whilst you've got the ring on and you select the target, you've got that crazy debuff on that you can't heal. Which is which unfortunately Carl finds out that Frank Maggie had made her daughter wear it,
and Carl
they were going to kill Carl, and so when Carl blew her up, she couldn't heal until he died. So, oh man, that guy's mental state,
which is why
so
she
strong.
killed. But again, what like Carl says, and it is the beauty of Carl at this point is that
he's very pragmatic.
It's like what am I
Sorry,
supposed to
bro.
do? Like, you were gonna kill me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah. Like,
dog
what do
eat
you want me
dog.
to do?
It's
You sent her. You
you put
put
that
that
ring on
thing
your
on
daughter.
her.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Um.
Yeah, sure, man. My thing was going to explode anyway. It would have got you, and then she would have died anyway.
But it also
Sorry.
starts to bring up a lot of questions, like deeper questions about the dungeon. Like there's constant layers of like politics, and there's constant like how did they get this ring? Like how have they been like
Didn't he get in
it's
it?
just
He got it in a box, right?
yeah. But it's like when they got it, you find out that they were told to murder people by their guide. So they were given totally different advice, and that's where like,
That's
how
the
is the
thing, though.
dungeon
All the
actually
game.
working? What's actually happening?
So this is where book 3 sort of does go into the NPCs a little more, and you do figure out it adds that layer to the story. So all the NPCs are like reused the whole time. They're not. They're none of their memories are real, but none of them know that none of their memories are real. This and Brandy and that other guy, they woke up.
Yeah,
Basically, they woke up from their program. They took the pill. Was it? They took the red pill, and left the Matrix. Yeah. So yeah, it adds that layer to the story. But all like dungeon guides and stuff like that are all former crawlers, and they're all there, all just like indentured servants, right? Like, so they some of them are gonna be assholes. Carl and Donut just locked the fuck out because
yeah,
Team Meadowlark all just talk about their game guide was shit until she became their manager, and then she was super happy and started being more helpful. Um, all the old people are cool as well, by the way. The old lady, was a
Miriam.
super old lady. She's now like some frost princess warrior. I always think of Rukia from Bleach whenever she's like doing crazy shit. She doesn't have a sword, but I don't know. That's my head. Yeah.
And is it at the end of this one? There's two big things at the end of this one because we re-meet the Skull Empire.
Yeah.
In the form of a god, and Carl manages to fuck that up. And Kwai Chin, is it Kwai Chin? Kwai Gin?
The guy with the
guy with the celestial box who took the celestial box from them that they should have got at the end of the last floor, and he attacks Carl, tries to take his kill, and then they end up, I can't remember exactly why, but they end up fighting. Carl rips his fucking arm off
and keeps it.
Wait, is that the end of this book or the end of the next one?
Yeah, that's the end of this book. It was the end of the Tangle.
Was it the end of the Tangle? Now I'm questioning it because now I'm like, no, it's the end of the bubble, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure because it was in the desert.
Yeah, no, it's in the bubble.
I'm sure it was.
No, because
Still, who cares, man? Carl rips that motherfucking arm
end
off.
of book 4. We've skipped to the end of the last bit, but and this is the thing with Dungeon Crawler, everything. So it is just the god.
Book 3, I thought, the Tangle. Yeah, no. God, yeah, Carl gets that mega XP burst for sending a train bomb down to all the ghouls or something, and he exterminates. Oh no, you don't find out he exterminates an entire species until the next book. But yeah, he exterminates an entire species.
He has
some other cool
gauntlet that
they kill Heckler.
Can summon a Minotaur god, and that's what he ends up doing, doesn't he? Kills Heckler, because they're going to kill Katia. So Katia actually then becomes.
No, Katia kills Heckler.
Yes,
as well. She's the first killer of someone in the top 10.
She gets a big bounty.
Sick bounty. Yeah, lots of money. Woo!
And they get her Helka's super bow and stuff like this, and the sisters then disband, which is a key point as well. So Katia's old group don't exist anymore.
Yeah, and there was a snaky bitch in the group that knew Katia from before 4 times, and now she's a bitch.
Yeah.
Basically, someone chopped off her hand. We forgot to say that they got like their own little home in the dungeon, right?
Oh yeah. So the safe
during the second
in the safe room, they get a personal space.
Yeah. And instead of getting the celestial box that they should have got at the end of book 2, they got all these cool upgrades for their home, their new home,
which is still super helpful.
So they got this super swanky pad that they fused all together with each other's, which is sweet. yeah. I thought I figure we should
Oh
mention
no,
that
absolutely, it's
because
definitely worth
otherwise,
mentioning. So this book overall, I rated a lot. I thought it was a very good book.
it is good.
It
Yeah.
continued on from the last book in like a new direction, although we're in a big open world again. It also
Mm.
wasn't, because it was bubble worlds, and that was a clever concept. And then
Yeah, the way they described it was was jokes. It's like you look at a sheet of bubble wrap. Each little one of those things is an individual instance. Is how I saw it. I saw them as like game instances. So yeah, you're all playing in the same area. Well, maybe not quite the same, but doing a similar thing. All these ones are all different. You're all doing something.
yeah, I skipped in, so because that's Feral Gods is that. God, man, my mind is getting squished. Shall we move on
Feral
to Feral
Gods.
Gods?
Yeah,
With the
we
bubble
might as
wrap.
well. We've been talking about it
Yeah.
most of the time through book 2 and 3 anyway. This was a sweet one.
Super
this one,
sweet.
I feel like, where there's always been stakes, right? But this one, I think, was where the stakes like went up a lot
massively.
more. Yeah, they start working with a lot more crawlers.
Because they learn like the party chat system and start adding people to their party at this point,
Yeah,
right?
Cole
Just more and more and
realizes
more.
during the tangle that he doesn't have enough people in his chat, so he makes a conscious effort to any crawler he doesn't know, he tries to get them into his chat, so he can create a huge network of people, which is cool.
And they do, by the end of this, they really do have a party. Well, not by the end, by the very shortly into it, they have a party.
Yeah, because they bump into Louis and Fierce.
Yeah, Louis
quite
so
quickly.
funny, man.
Yeah, and there was a couple of people from the floor before that they like Batista.
Yeah,
gave him a Beanie Baby, right?
yeah.
That was cool. Yeah,
That's a cool bit of the book, isn't it? That there's these beanie, because that first shows up in book 2, and because that's where he meets Batista. But these Beanie Babies that you pull the tag off, and they become alive. Basically,
they turn into the Beanie Baby big.
Yeah,
but real,
and sometimes
crazy.
Yeah, very very strong, and because
sometimes angry.
What Carl has is an ability to see the value of something. It's like a skill that he had or something. I can't remember how he got it.
Early in book 1 and 2, he kept getting a lot of the same item, the same potion, same skill upgrade potion of like identify item or something. He kept getting the skill potion in book 1. That's the whole reason he can see the cookbook.
Okay, because that's how he knew the cookbook, because it was so much valuable compared to all the other items, and he was like, "Hold up." Or could he not see the value?
It had no. It just had a tiny glint, and he was suspicious, and he was like, it was like down to the last second. He was like, "I'll take this one." But I'm pretty sure he only saw like the little glint from the book because of that.
Got you.
But this is one where the cookbooks takes a bit of a. There's more to it in this one as well, because they drop some cool little like one-liner name things and stuff, and you start getting like the crawler notes at the beginning of really cool. Each chapter, and it makes the world even bigger again. Even though and it's crazy because there's less ability to create a cast, but he keeps creating a bigger cast.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like all the amount of people just keeps shrinking and shrinking, because I'm pretty sure after the tangle they're down to like not very many at all. I'm pretty sure it was like under 500,000.
Oh yeah,
or maybe just under 1 million. It was really low. And adding in old crawlers is an even crazier thing. And all like this, like the sad notes and things like that, and
because
you see more Carls as well. Obviously, that was wicked.
It's the sad thing as well, is because you always think Carl will be the one to make it, and all of these people writing in the book, well, not all of them, some of them didn't live very long, but a lot of them are trying to do the same thing that he is. Like,
a lot of them, and as well, it feels like a lot of them know they're not going to do it. They're not going to. They know they're not going to succeed.
Yeah.
They overwhelmingly aren't positive about what they're going to be able to do. Yeah,
And
this place is gonna.
because
Oh,
that is it, and that's how we get to the end bit, which I brought up all the way back before, where one of my favorite bits where he takes out someone outside the dungeon, which I just think is nuts, like using the cookbook because someone else has done something similar, and he makes it so that
yeah.
it wasn't
He
his fault.
compiles.
It was just
All the little like snippets from different stuff. He was like, wait.
it's like a murder mystery because even though we saw it happen, we didn't find out till afterwards what really did happen. And even Carl at one point was like, "Yeah, that was it." I think he even says like,
Yeah,
something
it
actually
actually
went wrong.
wasn't what he tried to
what I
make
tried to do
happen
did this, and,
either.
yeah,
He's like, oh well,
happy
I tried to
coincidence.
do it one way, but it didn't happen the way that I wanted it to happen.
Um,
It was he goes and meets Oren, right? The emissary. Or is that what they're called? Or, I don't know why I just made that up. I think. But they're emissaries now, even if they're not. Who work for? They're like independent adjudicators and judges, and they make sure the rules are like followed. And oh no, it's
because I don't
it
think he
was
turns up
Oren.
to the end of the book, does he? When they use the keys, but that's just I can't. Like I thought he's in the beginning of the next book, beginning of book 5.
No, because they meet because of the explosion afterwards. She was like, "I know you did it. We all know you did it.
Yes,
but
you're
we
right.
can't
Yeah.
like prove you did it. We're gonna fucking prove you did it."
They didn't prove
No,
it.
he's like, yeah, whatever. And doesn't and yeah. Oh no, he doesn't ask. He doesn't ask for his lawyer at that point. He asks for his lawyer at the end of the book.
At the start of the next book.
Yeah.
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 That's when he gets a lawyer.
Yeah.
But feral gods take things up a whole nother notch. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It gets madder and madder, but not messier. It maintains its focus.
Yeah. Because each book's been its own contained flaw. Like there's a new story starting in each. Well, yeah,
but it has to
but there's a new story starting in each book. So, it's always fresh every time. It's just like you're reading the sequel,
and that's
movie,
where
right?
I think I get like the anime, like One Piece. They're like arcs. Each book is like an arc, and they get power ups. They have a big bad. They go through, but there are overarching, continuing. Like you've still got the emperors at the end.
It's a JRPG, right?
Yeah, it's not a lit RPG. It's a JRPG.
That's what I mean. That's the genre, though. I mean, if you read more of these, this is it. Dungeon Crawler just does it the best.
Okay.
Like it is a lot more like, yeah. There's a lot that are very similar, but this just does it so well. 'Cause I kind of think that's because it's on different floors and each thing is self-contained instead of one big world. Even though this is one big world, they are self-contained in multiple little stories instead of just one big place in it being, I'm going to this kingdom, I'm going to that kingdom, I'm going to that. No, bro, you're in weird bubble planet, you're in noodle train soup, and you're in monkey death circus. Oh no, was it like tree zombie death circus? What? Like, okay, no, this is what the fuck's going on. Keeps it fresh.
It does keep it fresh, and it just, it's down to earth at the same time while being absolutely absurd.
Yeah. It brings you to big highs and then it will drop you with like some deep shit that Carl's just like, and then I realized.
Yeah. Samantha the sex doll. So there's a point where they see this ice sculpture. Was it Mongo smashes it? The raptor?
Yeah, he bumps
we didn't
into
even
it
talk
by
about Mongo
accident.
very much, but Mongo just gets bigger and stronger and more raptor-like.
Mongo's now fully grown.
And is ridden
he's level
by...
15 and he's... Yeah, one of their fan boxes, Do Not Get a Saddle, right? And she's like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever.
Mongo's her
so
baby.
she can ride Mongo around now.
I forgot my point.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know, I started on a point and then...
The ice sculpture...
And now my headphones have gone, so I don't know what to say. What's that?
Oh, the ice sculpture.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, so the ice
Then
sculpture gets
Mongo
knocked over
Mongo
by
bumping
Mongo.
into it.
So the ice sculpture falls and smashes. It's just one of those things. You continue the quest, and then you realize that actually that ice sculpture was really key point.
Was a was a sex doll
Yeah,
that had been frozen by some crazy magic going on.
which they were supposed to
Um,
free and do the stuff and do the mission, but actually they accidentally just ended up with
they
a sex
called
doll
it.
head.
Yeah, and a sex doll head infested. So this book introduces the idea. Although there was the god in the book before, this book introduces the divinity a bit
Yes.
more in
Massively.
with the idea of the feral gods. So the gate of the feral gods, the namesake of the book, is this weird device that Carl finds at the end. And they use to save everybody from loads of bubbles. He does his hero shit. But really what it does is it opens a gate to the crazy dimension where they just bad shit, just like all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like being in there for a second will turn you insane, sort of
It's
thing.
just a land full of insane gods, isn't it? Like another dimension.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Event Horizon.
Yeah.
Have you seen that film? Yeah. I see that when I picture it. But all these gods, like, I mean, Samantha sort of enjoys it, I guess, because she seems sort of normal.
Sort of
She's
normal.
Not, but... no,
A deranged sex doll head that
I will kill your mother.
Yeah. Yeah, he just desperately wants a body and wants to be free. But yeah, just goes into the inventory.
That goes into the next.
Well, no, she
yeah,
can't go into the
more
inventory, can she? Because she's
a withering spirit.
She's a withering spirit.
So they attach her to the. At this point, they just attach her to the training room and are like, we're gonna figure you out later, dude. Like we got a real god. We got a god outside because they accidentally summon Emberus.
Yeah, looking for his doggy.
Right. Yeah. They accidentally summon his dog from the nether. From the nothing, and this god turns up and he just basically starts boiling one of the bubbles alive. They get a quest to save the dog.
Yeah, the quest to save the dog, which is just insane. And that could be a point where a giant skyscraper-sized dog, you have to return, puppy dog, has to be returned to its giant, feral, three-faced, mouthed, horrible thing, and
yeah. Wasn't he the god of like fire, sun, and fire?
Oh yeah, and Carl, bless him, ends up worshipping him, didn't he? Which is like, and it's always
the one thing they say. Don't fuck it, which obviously was a flag that it was going to happen eventually.
Whatever Mordecai says, don't do. Don't put on the ring. Don't fight the gods. Don't do that. You know that means Carl's going to do it. Don't do a storyline. Yeah. It's all the stuff that he always does. The thing that you should not do, always does it.
But the thing is here, Mordecai says don't do it. These are probably the things that Mordecai did, and he got to the floor that he got to by doing those things.
Maybe
not by not doing them. He might say, "Oh, grind, do this X, Y, Z," but that's not how. I don't think that's how you get to those. I don't think that's how the people that got to those floors got to those floors. No. I think it's by being Carl's and being Mordecai's.
I have a question
doing the nutty shit
for you about the series. So I'm currently reading book 5. We are going to do a second part of this at some point.
I'm totally not on book 6 now.
You read so fast. This is, as we said, all in preparation for book 8. If you listen to the end of our last podcast, I do have a question about the book series. There's things happening in this book where, in the new book, where Carl is maybe meeting past crawlers at some point, and they talk about, they got to this level and then they retired or whatever. Can you remind me how you can get out of the dungeon? You just quit. What? I can't. No, I can't because I forgot. I don't get it.
So once you get to like a certain floor, you'll start getting offers from the people that run the dungeon to be able to leave the dungeon. But you go into like servitude of the dungeon.
Got you.
For a certain amount of cycles, and then eventually your contract expires. And they use crawlers for certain stuff. So like Chaco was the prize attendant for 100 dungeons, but not necessarily 100. It's not necessarily 100 dungeons in a row, because your contract might only be with a certain company. So it would only be when that company is blah 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 blah, all that shit. So although it's 100 cycles, it might be 1,000 years.
Sweet.
because it's 100 appearances, whatever.
Got you. And so that's how no one has ever beat the crawl as of yet.
No,
They've always
I
took
think
the
they
deal.
said the furthest anyone got was 12, or so the furthest anyone got was 13.
Yeah, that's in my head, something like that. And how many floors does it have?
18.
Okay,
Yeah.
lots more books.
But no, there's not.
You know this? Has he said
10
something?
books.
10 books.
10 books. Book 9 is 2 parts, so that's 10 books.
And the next one's book 8. Oh,
Yep.
so book 9 is technically the last. Oh, oh no! I take back my One Piece thing. I thought this was going to be just going on and on.
Nope.
Oh, rip.
Nope. 10 books.
Rip.
Oh no! Trust me. Once you get to where we are, it just means shit's going nuclear soon.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like, although it already went nuclear.
there's so much I'm excited for.
Which means what's worse than nuclear? It's going to go like, so we keep talking about the scale getting bigger, and I can't spoil anything. So the scale continues to expand.
Wow. Okay.
Like the scale and the stakes, it continues to get bigger and bit. Bedlam Bride and Masquerade to a degree, the stakes do up again. Masquerade maybe not so like the expansion side of things, but you'll see a little bit towards the end maybe. But Bedlam Bride, it scales up again hugely, and like the stakes again get massive. And that underlying overarching story of what's been going on, sort of, that all starts tying in much closer together. So yeah,
very cool.
it's doing good.
Well, I'm very excited for the future. I'm very excited for book 8. I'm desperately trying to get through these last 3 books before that. But as you said, they're big books, but they're such good books. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just seeing if there are any good questions. Favorite Carl and favorite donut moment from book 1 to 4,
Oh, out of all the books,
or just one you can think
Oh,
of.
well,
Yeah, the one.
it's the moment, and I really hope that this is in book 4 and not the start of book 5, because I think it's book 4. But Donut sort of breaks down. Katia sort of mentions about sort of thinking about leaving. She doesn't leave yet, but she's sort of broaching the idea. I'm pretty sure it's at the end of book 4. And Donut sort of comes out.
Yeah.
For me, it solidified. I always knew that Donut and Carl were incredibly close, but it solidified it in such an amazing way, because Donut is horrible. Well, not horrible, like lovingly horrible to Carl always. She just treats him like an idiot.
Yeah.
But you learn that there is a deep love for Carl. She always realized that Carl was there for her. She always was aware that Carl had her back when her actual owner didn't. And she's never told any. It was just so touching. And she didn't need to have that conversation, but it absolutely solidified their relationship together. And I thought that was amazing.
She was breaking down a little bit.
Oh, massive.
Yeah. Because I mean, I think it is book 4 as well, where someone points out to Carl that like Donut she's in sentient terms, she is a child. She's like 6 months old, bruv. Like, she's got all these memories from being a cat, but really she's a kid. Like, whoa, fucked up, bruv.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason she put on the tiara of doom.
The crown of the sepsis hall.
Oh, crown of the sepsis hall. What about you? What's your favorite Carl and Donut moment?
It's dumb, but it's just whenever Carl makes something explode. It's just, like, I'm a simple person.
Fair.
I'm trying to think of like a moment, because I love them all. Like, I'm trying to think of something that made me laugh. I should have prepared for this. I should have prepared for this one a bit more. And because book 5 is in my head, I'm like, I'm thinking all these book 5 parts.
Book 5.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite side character?
And Mordecai is the obvious answer. So Odette.
Oh yeah, Odette's cool.
She's sneaky. I like Odette. I don't like her at the same time, but she's cool. Although, actually, I've got an interesting answer. The cookbook.
Okay.
Because it is all those other crawlers.
Yeah.
I love after when book 4 started and I started getting those excerpts from Last Crawlers. I love that kind of shit. So yeah, the cookbook is my favorite side character.
Very cool. I
feel like that's a meta edgelord answer right there.
It's probably cheating a bit because I'm definitely bringing in certain bits of the start of book 5. As I said, I haven't finished the book, but I love Louis, and it is definitely introducing book 4. But Louis and Juicebox, or Louise and Juicebox, it's just hilarious that there is a bloke who has dated an NPC character who has learned that she's an NPC.
That she's not,
but because that evolves even more so in that 4th book. But yeah, she will turn into anyone he wants to show a picture to and then sleep with him. And there's a point that Louise at the end of book 4 I was given as a gift, I don't know why, a picture of every mother of the lead faction of the faction wars, which is going to happen on the lower floor. And it seems so pointless.
It was everybody that it was something to do with a lawsuit. Everybody
who
that
sued him
took
or
part
the lawsuit
to
get rid of his.
It wasn't everyone from faction.
Yeah, that was it.
It was 7 people wanted him to lose the gate,
and
because the way they used the gate at the end of book 4 was pretty genius.
But Louise just randomly just grabs one of the pictures, gets her to turn it because she thinks he's hot, and then
yeah.
It's just, and right, I'm saying this, it sounds so pathetic and stupid, and at the time it pays off, and that's why it's why I'm saying I draw in certain bits of book 5, but it's just
I was gonna say it has repercussions.
It absolutely does.
Like,
you don't think at the time you're just like, this stupid character, this is a stupid,
and they even
concept.
mention it. It's like, dude, it's like, what? Come on, this is a stupid reason to have such
the character starts
beef
off
with a kid
as a drunk loser who they have to put a potion on him that makes him allergic to alcohol, sort of thing. So it's like,
for the whole entire.
I think, and it's such a non-character that I thought you could go really, like, we didn't even talk anymore about Maggie May. Like, she's a really cool character. Turning into
they sort her out in book 4. Maggie's done. Maggie's storyline.
Did they kill Maggie?
Finished.
Did they get her out?
Yeah, they get her out of Chris. Because at the start they make that potion. Mordecai is a potion genius as well. And he makes all these like moonshine versions of crazy cool potions by flapping some potions together, right? He does that crazy full damage one.
Oh yeah,
where they just bounce like 15 times and hit the it's gonna hurt, but you're gonna survive. And then they're bitching at him. This is probably one of my favorite. When they're bitching at him, he's like, "You're alive though."
Yeah.
What more did you? I didn't say. I said it would hurt. You're alive.
So, what's your favorite book before?
I would say 1 or 4. 1 because it kicks it off. 4 because I feel that's where the stakes got bigger. The overarching story started taking more of a center stage. Carl started trying to affect things outside the dungeon. More like, 1 and 4. 2, although 4 was the one that I stopped at the first time, but that was because I was binging. And whilst it is a fun series to binge because you're consuming so much information, it can get a bit overwhelming if you try and do too much of it. And I did like book 2, 3, and was going on to book 4 in like days. And that was just a dumb idea.
It's a lot of content. I like 1 is my favorite.
Like this read through, I honestly a lot of time I'm skipping AI descriptions and shit, or whatever.
But that's that's favorite side character. Bullshit. It's not Lewis. AI. AI is my favorite side character. Like, how did I forget AI?
Daddy.
So important.
Yeah, daddy.
The AI with a foot fetish just doesn't. It writes itself.
I love that it gave him a box for getting squashed by a god. It's like you
but
you made daddy so proud.
Stephen says that is exactly what it says in the book, and there's even the it's like exasperated, makes sighing sounds.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
this day.
He described like there's even when like in other part. I think this might have been in book 5. He hears someone talking. He hears something talking in a way, and he's like, "Yeah, I horny. What the?
Yeah,
What's
that is
going
in
on?"
book 5. Yeah, if something goes just there's suddenly a really normal description. He's like, wait, that's fucking weird. But yeah, that is book 5. But AI is amazing. AI is amazing, and sometimes works for
AI
them,
is a
sometimes
good
works
character.
against them. And what's funny is that throughout the book, Carl's fought against it. He's like, no, fuck you, AI. Fuck you for giving me no pants, and fuck you for making me want not wear shoes and all this stuff. And
But now he's like, whatever.
now, yeah, but still fights the AI because the AI clearly gives things like, would you like this skill? It makes your feet really tough. And he's like, no, I don't want the fuck off. I'm not doing the foot thing. And he's constantly fighting it.
But it doesn't he sort of like gets over that a bit? It is what I think it's in book 4 that he gets over that.
Well,
because at the beginning,
hamsters,
not gets over
he
it.
refuses to squish the hamsters. He's like, I'm not doing it.
And then he's forced to, and he's like, all right, well, fuck it, whatever, man. It's going to happen no matter what, so I might as well just get what I can out of it.
Horror to the feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, brilliant. Because not only this is a series where not only is Carl fighting for his life in the dungeon, he's fighting for his life out of the dungeon. He's fighting for Donut, and yeah, it's
for
incredible.
Everyone.
It's incredible. Incredible.
Carl's sort of like tried to put the human race on his back without trying to do it. Like I don't feel like there's. I mean, obviously we haven't met all the crawlers that are alive still. Even to the point that I'm at, where I don't know a lot of them. I don't think, but out of everyone you've met and all the people that you've seen that have come from different countries, there's no one else like Carl that has tried to bring people. Heckler to a degree, but she only did it because of her weapon.
Yeah.
She needed women around her to make her weapon uber OP, and that's why she made a group. It wasn't for the benefit of others. Carl's bringing people together to bring people together.
And from the start with Meadowlark, like he has always done it. Yeah, the Meadowlark, then through to the Tangle. He's just tried to help people.
Carl is that world's. This is what happens if the Punisher goes into the dungeon. Like with a cat. I don't know, but Carl.
I feel like the Punisher would be more of a PK, but
I don't think so. I mean, he would, but not to everyone. Only like Eva would have been done immediately. Heckler probably would have been done, but he would have. Things would have been quicker. It would have been more efficient. It's like Punisher pool.
Yeah,
maybe
Punisher pool. Yeah, I like
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's silly fun, but it's not like a comedy book.
It's not always.
But it is.
Yeah,
it is.
It has comedy moments.
But it's
it's funny in parts, and Donut is like an amazing like comic relief. Like she doesn't get old.
No,
like you would have thought she would. Yeah, she should. It's a talking cat. It should get annoying.
The whole series should be annoying.
I wouldn't say the whole. It could have got bland. I wouldn't say annoying. Like, it could have got bland.
Just in like the enemies, when someone describes you all the different. If someone just described to me all the enemies, like it's a minotaur, but it's not. It's actually a guy with 4 arms on his chest, and he walks around with just the 2 feet. And actually, that's a god. And I don't know. All the enemies they're daft, but they're so good.
Right, because he worshipped a god, they managed to. His body was sacrificed to summon a god. He wasn't a god.
No. Sorry, he wasn't the god, but he summons the god him. It's just, the point I was trying to make is just that the enemies are all daft and silly and skinless rabbits and drunk.
That's just fantasy though.
I don't know. It seems more wild fantasy for me.
That's just fancy, man. You get some weird shit, bro.
Something that they said in book 5 that, again, talk about book 5, but just to put it forward, so it's not coming from my head, but that this is a fantasy dungeon, and then not all the crawlers are fantasy. Some might be like cyberpunk stuff. This, and I suddenly took the moment of like realization, like, oh shit, I never even thought about that. Like it is fantasy because
they mentioned in one of the books I'm pretty sure it was either 2 or 3. The last that the Skrull Empire couldn't take part in faction wars that year because that corporation don't run the crawl as a dungeon; they run it as a battle royale.
Yeah, it's all
right. Because there was that one as well. So yeah, there's even other versions of
the crawl.
the show. Yeah.
But yeah, very cool. What a series!
Mm.
What a series! And can you believe it's it's only a year and a bit that we started reading this. Got introduced to it last Christmas.
Oh damn, year and a half,
Yeah.
and I've read it twice now. Nearly.
It's pretty good. It shows it's worth. It's a very, very good series.
Oh yeah, honestly, it's hard not to love it.
Yeah.
It's harder. I feel like it's harder to not enjoy this book than it is to enjoy this book. If you're trying to look into it too much, yeah, you might not enjoy it. But if you just read it for what it is, yeah, it's not going to be like the greatest of literary prose. It's like whatever, dude. It's cat with magic.
Magic cat. Yeah. Very, very good. Fully recommend everyone go read it and hang around because I'm currently reading book 5. You've already read book 5, 6, and 7, and you're currently rereading them. As you just said, you're already on book 6. And we will do another episode. We've got an in-between episode that we're going to do live. I think this might even come out before this one. I can't do my math. But there'll be a live episode. You may have already heard it. For our special anniversary. But that'll be the next time we record for the 20th of April. That will be our 2-year anniversary. Got some eyes there, sir. So remember that date, 420, everybody.
Yeah, there's no other reason to remember that date apart from our podcast anniversary.
So yeah, we're looking at doing a live episode on Twitch where some of our friends can come chat to us. We can maybe get some chatters in the chat and have a chat with them, and just like a really relaxed, just chatting.
I'm going to give the disclaimer now for afterwards. I remember I have a band hammer.
I want to get rid of people.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're live.
Don't know what you're talking about your band. Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone,
this is our reputation, not theirs. My band hammer will be swift.
You may have already listened to it, so I hope you liked it. If you did, and if not, check it out. It will be on YouTube, the recording. So yeah, peace and love.
So now they don't know I've got a band hammer, which is great. Not that they would have ever listened to this far anyway.
Any final words on Dungeon Crawler?
Nah, man. Great series. Honestly, I'm so happy your mum bought you that book.
Yeah, innit? Well done, man.
It probably would have come across one of our radars eventually because of the book club anyway. But such a good series.
I think it's
such a good.
And
series.
I'm not trying to be like, oh, we were there before anyone else, but it seemed like we read the book. And not because we read it and talked about it, but like within the next few months, that series exploded.
It exploded. Yeah,
like we were
it
there.
might have already been, and then we just became aware of it. But I'm surprised. I'm on a fair few fantasy book subreddits, and I don't think I'd been on the Lit RPG one all that much at that point.
Yeah,
and I had seen the name pop up a fair few times because I think I remember saying that to you, maybe.
Yeah, I think you said like you'd heard.
Not
of it.
like nowhere near as much as I saw it 6 months after we read it. Like it did explode, and that's because, like I say, it's harder to not enjoy it than enjoy it.
Absolutely. What a series!
It's for everyone.
For everyone,
you know. Like people are cosplaying Carl, Halloween costumes are Carl, everything, man.
If you do love the series, I would recommend checking out Matt Dinniman's got a store. There's some mad stuff on there. I was looking at.
Apparently, his other books are a bit gnarly though.
What, as in good or bad?
The kaiju cleanup one.
Yeah, and
that one's meant to be a bit freaky. Yeah, that's the newest one.
Yeah.
I think that's his newest book. He's got a book about something about kaiju.
Yeah.
Apparently that one's a bit gnarly.
Yeah, I'd like to read
I don't know. Not good gnarly or bad gnarly, but just gnarly.
Yeah.
It's not what it seems. Apparently it's a bit icky.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't know what kind of indie. I'm not trying to say anything, but it could be a fair few things.
I was in
I didn't read too much into it.
Waterstones the other day, and I did see 2 books on the shelf. I was like, oh, they look like good books. I was like, oh, that's the Dungeon Crawler Car series. Next to it, Brandon Sanderson and Cosmere. And I was like, oh, these are yeah. I mean, I don't.
Cosmere is a huge universe. Yeah. That's massive as well.
I don't disagree.
It spans. It's crazy. It spans centuries as well.
Amazing
in some instances.
And so far, no time skip. So in Dungeon Crawler, gotta have a time skip.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't.
We'll see.
You'll see something.
Well, until then, until next time, I have been Beyond Joe.
And I'm Stephen.
And thank you for joining us.
In the dungeon with the crawlers and the people and the things and the cat.